wave, which was a bit different. Anyway, it was very interesting. It's a shame that Chelmsford lost it to Oxford and never to be seen again. GX0TRG from G1GKN in the Thames Amateur Radio Group Wednesday night now.
The GX0TRG in the group returning. Yes, unfortunately, the nearest to a museum I can get now is probably my very own shack. Most of that is probably borderline antique, but there you go. I actually improved my shack this week. I made a 100% improvement in that I got rid of an ICOM radio. I had an ICOM IC215 here, 2 metre multi-mode, and that's gone to a new home for a while now. Hopefully it'll enjoy its new home and get used where it wasn't getting used here, and the person who's looking after it for me will abuse it suitably, but there you go. Ian, what sort of museums do you like, and have you been to any decent radio museums in the last few, or in the last couple of years since you started with amateur radio? So, round to 2E0IMZ from GX0TRG. Over to you, Ian.
2E0IMZ. No, I've not yet ventured into a radio museum. I'm searching for stuff on eBay, and there's an awful lot of stuff out there that looks like it could be out of a museum. But no, I'm not going to have a look at one myself. My newest equipment addition is a little meter that's now perched on top of my 897 that seems to give me some kind of power reading, but I'm not quite sure what. That was one of the questions I had. If I'm listening to DA, it seems to sit nice and steadily at 8, no matter what happens and whether people are talking on it or whether all you've got is a carrier, and I'm assuming that's correct. Whereas if you're listening directly to somebody, you do seem to get a variable signal depending on how loud they are. But I assume the meter is only picking up carrier rather than any modulation because it's on FM, because it's obviously very fixed and just stays put when you're listening to somebody. But that's the only thing I've added to my radio recently. So back to you, GX0TRG from 2E0IMZ.
GX0TRG returning to E0IMZ. Don't panic, Ian. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's doing what it says on the tin. My one, I've got exactly the same meter on my FT897, and all it does is it go on receive. It goes as soon as DA fires up, it goes full scale deflection, which tells me that I'm getting 5 and 9 plus 60 dBs from GB3DA. And there it stays, and on the output I've got it set to show the outgoing power, which at the moment is just a shade under 3 watts in actual fact, looking at that. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, Ian. The place to change the settings on it, actually, if you go into menu 60 and 61, 60 will change I think the incoming parameters, and 61 changes the outgoing parameters on the meter. So back to you, Ian, 2E0IMZ from GX0TRG, over.
2E0IMZ. Yeah, no, mine's showing a transmit power of about 5 watts, which is probably about right. But it just holds steady at 8 on the incoming signal. It never seems to go much past that from DA. So I guess you must have a better antenna, despite the fact you're down a hole, because I don't seem to get any stronger signal than that. But no, the meter's quite a neat little thing. You know, just arrived from China like these things do for about £10, plugged in where it's meant to plug in and set up like it's meant to set up. And like most Chinese stuff, it worked first time, even without being able to read the instructions. So that was nice and simple. But no, the next step on it is to try and find out how this whisper thing works. I've now logged in with them, and I've got to log in, but I haven't managed to work out what on earth I need to connect the radio to the computer. So that'll be on my long list of questions next time I come to the club. So back to you, GX0TRG from 2E0IMZ.
GX0TRG in the group returning. Yeah, I apologise for not dekeying quick enough on that last over of mine. I've got a sneaking suspicion I've got a slight hang on my microphone, which looks as if it might need some attention. So it looks like I've got to get the switch cleaner out and take the switch on the base of it apart. I'm using an MD100 microphone on the radio at the moment, and for some reason it seemed to have a little bit of a hang on the last over, so I'm guessing it might have a dirty switch. Right, stand by, chaps, and we'll put another call out, see if anybody else would like to join us. And if not, we'll go back to the top of the shop. Stand by for 2 seconds, please. GB3DA, Thames Amateur Radio Group, Wednesday night net, listening for any other stations that would like to join us. If you'd like to come forward with your name and call sign, please, we'll put you in the log and call you on in. GB3DA now listening. This station, Golf X-Ray 0, Tango Romeo Golf, watching the tumbleweed roll across the floor, nothing heard. Right, back to the top of the shop, Martin G1EFL from GX0TRG. What have you done in the way of radio since you've been back off your holiday, Martin? Anything, or are you sort of not doing quite so much nowadays? Over?
Hello. I don't do too much now, but Val gets me out, and which is very, well, you know, Val, and going to yes, we had a lovely time, and Coase was there, and I tried to make a picture of like you, and that I couldn't do it. It worked out. But I'd say like later on, when you're not so busy, it would be really lovely to see you and have a chat. Well, you could do it before if you wanted to, but it's just. I know it sounds funny, but I feel sometimes like I'm out of it, shall we say, and because you know it's got outside, and I can't drive a car in a car and all that. I can't do that anymore. So Val has to do all of that. So that's not, you know. We go well. We managed to get into it, and Val, I don't know why she didn't get a license really, because she helps me so much, and sometimes, you know, lines it up and things like that. But she won't do that. But anyway, it's lovely to hearing you there, and I won't hold you up because I'm sure there's other people that want to talk. But later on, perhaps. And then Val and I will sort of pop over and come over, because sometimes we get it. We were talking about you the other day and saying about that. Nice. Anyway, so I'll pass it back to you and let you get to go. But thanks. Please, like I say, if you've got time later on, perhaps you could pop in. TRG, checking I've got it. Yep, we're away. Yeah, no problem, Martin. As I say, I'm just waiting for Tom to get some time out of work. As I say, he's a very busy boy at the moment. He's down in Folkestone tonight. Instead of being on the net, I'm sure he'd rather be on the net than working, but que sera. But as for Val doing her licence, there's absolutely no reason why she shouldn't. I mean, we've got Andy's wife, Annie's licensed, Norman's wife, Terry, is licensed, my wife's licensed. Who else has got? Oh, there's quite a few women in the club that are licensed, actually.
So there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't. They'd all be in good company. So you keep having a little dig at Val, and perhaps sooner or later she'll capitulate and decide it's time to do her lessons. And that was a good word, wasn't it? Capitulate. Oh, who had a dictionary for breakfast? Right, round to Andy, G1GKN from GX0TRG. Have you done anything exciting with radio over the last week or so, Andy? Over?